Okay, couldn't quite get the transparency thing working here, so we'll just see how that comes out when we export that out as an FBX, but I thought, alright, let's get on with the rigging part of things. So you may have seen the rigging video for the small character, but now this will be the rigging video for the female character, which is a little bit different, but not too much. So again, I'm going to treat this as if you haven't done this all before. So main thing to remember is to make sure that all of your things here are named and named appropriately. Because if they're not, then that is going to be a bit of an issue. Cool. Alright, so let's go right ahead. So the first thing we're going to do is create a skeleton. So again, you're going to want to make sure that your character is facing forward to the Z-axis. So I said that at the start of every single creation of these characters. It's really important, so if you haven't done that, you want to go back and rotate your character around there and then freeze all transformations. Speaking of freezing all transformations, I will also want to grab all of these, and this is where this becomes incredibly helpful, because as soon as you have a skeleton there, it's going to default to selecting the skeleton when you box select. But if we go to here on all of these, we can go to modify, freeze transformations, zero that out, and edit, delete by type, history. So we're really going to want to make sure of that before we start parenting anything up. Now you'll notice that this skeleton is far too big. So the only way we can really fix that though is by going here and scaling it down here. You don't want to just start scaling it with that. That will lead to bad problems. So it's a bit of a process. You put in, I want this to be half the size, so I'll press enter, and okay, I'll need it again. So you'll see it snap back to 1, so I again type in 0.5, press enter again, 0.5. I'm just sort of trying to get closer to that mark. I'm using the arms there as a bit of a guide more than anything else, so 0.8. Yep. And that's looking reasonably good here. Cool. Now, the other thing that I'll need to start looking at is making sure that my character, and I'm in fact going to bring back these because I hid them before, is I need to make sure that my character sort of is lined up there. So I'm going to go here to shading and go X-ray joint, and I can see that I'm going to have to bring the character forward a bit. So I'm going to do that with the orthographic selected as well, and that's looking a bit better there. Cool, excellent. So that's good so far. And again, I'm going to do this in stages. So the first part of this is just simply setting up this skeleton, which I'm quite happy with. So I'll stop the recording here, and a few actually other things. I just want to make sure that I've got enough bones in here. So I don't actually need all these extra bones here with this hand. I really just need the middle bone and the thumb bone. So I'm going to get rid of all of these other bones. Just going to leave the middle one in there, and then just keep it down to 1. Cool, there we go. And the other thing is just looking at where these sort of sit here. I'm going to move that up there, move that down, and then just put in another neck bone. And that can go up there, and that can be the head bone. And that could be the neck bone. Cool, alright. Next we'll start looking at how we can orient these arms. We want to make sure we move them, not rotate them. So that'll be in the next video.